Hello everyone, and welcome back. This is Nene's Crafting Corner, and I'm Nene. I'm working on Technology Meltdown by Randall Spangler, Diamond Art Club. It is a square. So I'm fresh back from my trip, and I just wanted to do a quick whip and chat with you and update you guys on the week last week and how my trip went. So last week was fairly uneventful, which again, that's just perfectly fine with me. That's how I like it. Let's see, I think I left you guys off on Friday. So Saturday, sorry, there's a little string attached to this diamond. So let's see, Saturday. Okay, let me pull my little notes out real fast. Didn't even write anything down. Just kidding. No notes for me. So let's see. Saturday, Tim didn't work again, but he did have, oh, that's right. So it was my dad's 80th birthday on Friday. So we did a little party for him, and we invited his brother and his sister that live here in Utah, and we did it over at my sister's house. And well, we did that around 4, I think. And so most of the day I just was lazy and diamond painted. Tim went to a Nerf event. Oh, I did miss a symbol. Well, okay. When I say I missed a symbol, I lay them out on all the symbols for the area that I'm working on. I lay them out up here. Anyway. So we did, sorry, that was a bad color to start with. There wasn't a whole lot. Anyway. So I just diamond painted most of the day and washed a bunch of blankets. And then I went over to my sister's house to help her get ready for the party. And then Tim met me there for the party, and then he went to another Nerf event and was there until wee hours of the night. And I just stayed at my sister's and we chit-chatted and, you know, whatever. Normally I don't stay out terribly late, but I was there and I did not leave her house until midnight, which is like unheard of. I don't do that. So, I forgot another one. Jeez. Batting 1,000 here. Anyway, so that was my Saturday. Sunday, I believe we were fairly lazy. Like, we spent most of the day in bed. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Well, yes and no. Like, I know I've mentioned it before. My bed is my favorite place to be. Like, I love my bed. I love to just lay in bed because, well, I just do. I love my bed. Anyway, so yeah, Sunday was fairly lazy day. I think we ran a few errands for some things that I needed for my trip. Monday, I covered for the gal that works in the mornings again because she wasn't home from her trip yet. And And then Tuesday she was back. And so I only had to work my normal hours. Yeah, it was fairly uneventful week, and I just spent most of it, packing and getting last minute things ready for my trip. So really the good stuff doesn't start until, so I only worked 4 days. Friday morning we left. For a reminder, I went to, Scheisse, where did I go? I went to Orange Beach, Alabama, which is this teeny tiny town on the coast of, you guessed it, Alabama. And that was really nice. Our hotel was literally on the beach. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So Thursday night, because it was our last night together for 4 days, we went and saw the new Fantastic Beasts, was it Secrets of Dumbledore? All I'm going to tell you was it was really good. I would recommend watching the first 2 before going and seeing it, just because I was a little confused about what was going on, just because I didn't refresh my memory. Also, it was a little weird. They didn't get Johnny Depp to reprise his role as Grindelwald. So that was just more, like, it didn't take away from the story or anything. It was just a little weird. But, I mean, whatevs. Maybe he didn't want to do it again. I get it. Anyway, so we went and saw that. And then we came home and just hung out. I mean, it was kind of a late movie. It didn't start till 7. And so we didn't get out till like 9:30. That was way more than I needed, but it's fine. Anyway, so then I came home, did a last minute pack make sure everything's in there, sweep the house, make sure I got everything that I needed into my bag, because we were leaving I was getting picked up at 6 o'clock in the morning, because our plane left at 8 something, and security, like going through the TSA and stuff, that sometimes can be a pain in the booty. So we wanted a nice early start on it, right? So anyway, Thursday night I did a once over, made sure everything was packed, locked and loaded, ready to go. And then I woke up, got showered, and away we went. We were off and running. We flew into Pensacola because it was less expensive to fly into Pensacola than it was to fly into Mobile. Plus, Mobile was like 2 hours away from where we needed to be, and Pensacola was an hour or less. I think it was like 54 minutes, 55 minutes, I think is what the GPS said. So we flew into Pensacola, got a car, drove to our hotel. Well, okay, that's a lie. So we flew from Salt Lake to Houston, and then we had about a 3-hour layover in Houston. So we got breakfast at the Salt Lake airport, then we got lunch in Houston, and then had the 3-hour layover, just dinked around, played on our phones. I actually had my Switch, so I played some Skyrim. Figured out how to hook up my AirPods to my Switch, so that was kind of fun. So I could hear my game without bothering other people, because I didn't bring any you know, corded headphones. And then so we flew from Houston to Pensacola. And then from the airport, we drove to our hotel, unloaded our bags. And then so before we left Pensacola, we hit up a restaurant in Pensacola called Whataburger. And I need one of those here in Utah, like post-haste. That was probably one of the most delicious burgers I've eaten in a long, long time. So if you're in an area that has Whataburger, color me jealous because they were freaking tasty. I had a jalapeno burger and some spicy ketchup because, you know, we're not in Utah, so fry sauce isn't a thing. And I almost asked them for fry sauce, and then I caught myself because, yeah, it's too early in the game to be looking like a doughhead and asking for fry sauce, and then they don't know what fry sauce is. So, anyway. So we had Whataburger, then we drove to Orange Beach and checked into our hotel. That's what we did. And then what did we have for dinner that night? Because we tried to go to restaurants that we did not have in Utah. Because what's the point of going on vacation somewhere and just getting what you already have at home, right? That's stupid. And I wrote it all down too in my planner, but I didn't bring it in here with me. Oh gosh. You know what? 1 minute. I'm going to go grab my planner. Okay, y'all. I need help. Whataburger was dinner. In Pensacola before we drove into Orange Beach. We also went to Walmart before we left Pensacola and got some sunscreen because I'm redhead and I burn very easily. And there was not a travel size sunscreen because I like the aerosol ones because I don't like the way that the lotiony cream ones feel. So we picked up that and we found me a floppy hat because, again, I burn super easy, so I needed all the protection I could get. And then we drove to the hotel, unpacked, and we went to this cute little ice cream shop that we saw called Sweet Cone, Alabama. And I will put a picture in up for the Sweet Cone, Alabama, because it was kind of like a smaller, low-key version of Cold Stone. Like, really low-key. They didn't have nearly as many mix-ins, at least not that I could see, and anyway, but I just got a cone with cookies and cream ice cream because I'm boring. They also had a bunch of candy, and I got some saltwater taffy because I love saltwater taffy. I love peppermint saltwater taffy, so obviously I got peppermint saltwater taffy. They also had a bunch of different flavors of cotton candy, which I'll put in here. I took a picture of 2 of them because they had a Dr. Pepper flavored one. Ew, first of all. And then the other one, I believe it was chocolate flavored. I don't remember. But it says it's the original bag of poo, and it has the poop emoji on it. So I'll put that in there. That was also cotton candy. And then they had a bunch of different candies that you could buy by the pound. They had Jawbreakers that were the size of freaking, I swear to everything holy, they were the size of a softball, not a baseball, a softball. They were huge. I know, that's what she said. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, so I got a few things of saltwater taffy. We got our cones. Well, I got a cone. Ashley got a bowl with peach ice cream. So we ate our ice cream and then we went back to the hotel and promptly fell asleep because we were exhausted, because a day of traveling, whether by car or plane, is exhausting, and we were in a different time zone. And by that time, it was like 9 o'clock at night. Really, it was 8 o'clock our time, but it was 9 o'clock there, and we were exhausted. So we both fell asleep in like 2.5 seconds, or at least I did. I like hit the pillow and I was gone. And that like never happens to me. Then on Saturday, we woke up and we went to the wharf that they have there. I think that was technically in Gulf Shores, which is just another little beach town. And the wharf had a bunch of different shops and things like that. And I'll put some pictures in because we took pictures of just about everything. And we went to this coffee shop called Southern Grind and got some delicious breakfast. It was a biscuit that had a chicken patty in it, and then it was smothered in country gravy. So it was like biscuits and gravy, but oh my gosh, my mouth is just salivating thinking about it. But so it basically was biscuits and gravy, but it had the chicken in it, and it was super yummy. Ashley got coffee, I got hot chocolate. And then we wandered the wharf for a couple of hours, and there was a jerky place there. And we got some jerky. So I got, regular, like just natural flavor jerky. And then I got a sweet and spicy jerky. And then they had some, not so traditional flavors of meat. They had alligator, they had ostrich, they had rabbit, they had kangaroo, I want to say they had another flavor, like another kind of meat, but I can't remember what it was. So I got some kangaroo, and it's quite tasty. And then I got a couple of toe rings because they were, because of my metal allergy, I have to be careful, and they were silver. So I was like, what the heck? I bought a couple, and actually I bought one, and Ashley kept telling me to buy another one. I'm like, nah, one's fine. I'll be fine. Yeah, before we left on yesterday, we had to swing by the wharf. I was like, I need another one. And the sweet little lady that was there on Saturday, I was like, do you remember us? And she's like, yeah, I do. It's like, I need a toe ring before I leave. I need another one. And then Ashley had to quip in like she always does, which is fine. Doesn't bother me. And she's like, I told her to buy another one, but she didn't listen to me. Yeah, well, I don't listen to anybody. It's fine. So we spent, like I said, a good couple of hours at the wharf. And we had breakfast there. We did lunch at, let's see, what did we do for lunch that day? Because we left the wharf. We didn't, because we did Tinker's on Sunday. See, and I only wrote down Friday. I kept meaning to write down everything, but I obviously did not because I'm horrible. What did we do for lunch that day? That's really dinner that night. I know for dinner that night, we went to a place called Lambert's Cafe, which was very much like Cracker Barrel. It's that, you know, home cooked. It was really cool because it says it's home of the tossed roll. Literally, they were tossing rolls at you. They go around with, so you can either order a plate of appetizers for the whole table to share or whatever, or they wander around and you can have as much as you want of these different appetizers. And there's a guy that literally wanders around tossing rolls at you. And they're decent sized rolls. I was only able to eat one. I ended up getting chicken pot pie, and that was delish. Ashley about fell out of her chair when they had one of the they call them pass-arounds. So one of the pass-arounds they had were fried potatoes. And my parents are from California. Well, okay, technically my dad's from Oregon, but anyway, they both grew up in California, and so my food palette growing up was not terribly exciting because, you know, with 8 kids, you gotta kind of keep to basics, right? We didn't venture out very much on food, like making it or whatever. Plus, we didn't have the internet to branch out and, you know, find these recipes or whatever. So I'd never had fried potatoes. I didn't know what that was. So basically, they thinly slice the potato, kind of like a potato chip, and then they cook it in, I'm not sure if it's oil or butter. I think it's butter. I could be wrong. I think Ashley said her grandma did it in Crisco. Anyway, and you put it in the pan with like onion and stuff, and you just fry them, right? Tastiest thing ever. There was also fried okra that they passed around. There was black-eyed peas. But we only had the rolls and the potatoes because we didn't even finish our dinner as it was. So I got a little thing. It came in a little tray. I have a picture of it, of the the chicken pot pie. And then I had a piece of cornbread, and then I got mashed potatoes and gravy. Ashley did, oh gosh, what did she do? She got, the chicken and dumplings. And she did the turnip greens, which I'd never had those either, and I tried them, and they weren't terrible. I don't think I could have a steady diet of them, but they weren't terrible. I will try anything or just about anything once. Whether or not I try it again, yeah, we'll see. But yeah, we didn't even finish our meals, but that was tasty. It's really bothering me what I did. I was hoping talking about dinner, I was going to jog my memory for lunch. But it didn't. Yeah. I got a little thimble at the gift shop of Lambert's for my mom because she collects thimbles. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. We went to, they have this big store. One was attached to a Walmart, and then one was like a standalone. But it's called Souvenir City. Guess what was in there? Bunch of souvenirs. So I got a gift from my mother-in-law. I got a gift for Tim. Tim's was really silly, and it was my own version of a 50 Shades of Grey moment. Sorry, I'm just checking my time. Anyway, and then I got myself a hat that said Dog Mom on it. I found a cute flamingo purse for travel. And then I found, we saw a bunch of cute shirts. They had a bunch of totes and swimsuits. And I mean, they had all kinds of junk. I actually got a little placard that says, I love you more today than yesterday. Yesterday you got on my nerves. Which is funny, but it's also very true. Like, I love my husband dearly. He gets on my nerves sometimes. And I'm sure that anybody in any kind of long-term relationship can say the same, right? Whether it be your friends or your significant other, you got on my nerves, right? So it's funny. He laughed when I showed him, so it's okay. You know what? That's why I don't remember what we did for lunch. Okay, so while we were at the beef jerky place at the wharf, the lady, we were talking to the lady saying that we were just visiting, and she asked where we were from, and so we told her. And she's like, well, are you guys going to the beach? And we're like, yeah, we're going to go tomorrow on Easter. And she's like, oh, I would go today because we're supposed to be getting a storm. And we're like, oh, okay. So we went home. We went back to the hotel, got changed, and went to the beach. That's right. So I ended up getting like street tacos at the beach, and they were delicious. I don't really care for fish tacos. They had fish tacos and they had shrimp tacos, but I don't really care for those, so I didn't get them. I just got barbecue. Or not barbecue. I just got pulled pork. And they were delicious. And some french fries, but I didn't eat the french fries because the tacos like more than filled me up. So we dinked around, not dinked. We basically laid in these chairs that you can rent. You can get 2 chairs and an umbrella for $35 a day, which is pretty stinking good. And it's like a 9 to 5 kind of a thing. But we were out there for a good 4 or 5 hours, I think. And we went and got in the ocean. And like I said, I'd never seen the ocean before. It was very beautiful and also kind of like overwhelming is not the right word. It was like mind-boggling. So I live in the Salt Lake Valley. There's mountains around us at all times. It's very unnerving for me sometimes to travel and not have the mountains. So to look out into the ocean and just see nothing but water where it meets the horizon, it was very unnerving. Like, it was beautiful and gorgeous, and I'll put pictures, but it also was very unnerving just because, again, I'm used to my mountains, right? I collected some seashells for my sister because her bathroom decor is like beach and seashells and stuff. So I figured, well, I think it'd be cool to give her some seashells that are actually from the beach, right? So I collected a handful of those. And then after the beach, we got dressed, re-showered, because when you play in the ocean, you get sand everywhere. And I mean everywhere. There was so much sand in my, because I was wearing a 2-piece, there was so much sand in my bikini top that, well, it was unnerving. It was gross and uncomfortable. Anyway, so we showered, and then we went to dinner at Lambert's, which was in a town called Foley, Alabama. Oh, gosh. It's probably time for more wax. And then after dinner, I think we went back to the hotel and went to bed because we're old ladies and we're boring, right? Sunday was Easter. But Ashley's suitcase, the handle decided all of a sudden to stop collapsing down into itself. So we went to, it's called the Tanger's Outlet. It's basically this big old shopping area with a bunch of different stores in it. There was a TJ Maxx, there was an Old Navy, Tommy Hilfiger, Vera Bradley, Michael Kors, I think is what the name was. Anyway, there was a bunch of different stores. But because it was Easter, or maybe it was just because it was Sunday, I don't know. I think it was because it was Easter Sunday. They didn't open until noon. All the stores did not open until noon. So we wandered the whole complex waiting for these stores to open up so we could just go take a look at everything. TJ Maxx was not open, which was a total bummer because I could see the suitcases in the window. But we found her a duffel bag at a store called Simply Southern, and oh my gosh, I fell in love with that store. Okay, y'all, I do not like shopping in any way, shape, or form. Like, I hate grocery shopping. I hate clothes shopping. I hate it all of it. I hate it all. I went crazy in that store. Like, I found so many cute bags that I wanted to buy. So I bought another little over-the-shoulder, like, crossbody bag. I found a keychain for Kieran in cow print with a K on it. I found a new wallet that has some doggies on it. I found new readers that came with a matching case because I'm old and I need them. I found, all the things. I wanted all of the things, and Ashley made me stop, and it was ridiculous. Then we went to, so before she bought the duffel, she's like, well, let's go check out Vera Bradley. And Vera Bradley was having a sale, 70% off. Basically everything in the store. So I found a cute little AirPod holder, and it's got a lemon print on it. Super cute. And I found a new makeup bag. Like, I swear, every store we went into, I bought something. This never happens, like, ever. So, anyway, she was like, well, should I get this one here, or should I go back to Simply Southern, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, I mean, it's up to you. I'm not going to, tell you to buy something if you're not absolutely in love with it, right? So we decided to go check out Ross. Well, Ross was closed. Walmart didn't have anything. So we just went back to Simply Southern, and that's when she got the duffel. It's a turquoise. Well, it rang up as mint, but it looked more turquoisey to me than mint, but whatever. Let's see. Then after Tanger's, we went and got lunch, and again, Easter Sunday, everything's basically closed, so we went to Whataburger again, because, we said we weren't going to duplicate anything, but because we couldn't find anything that was open, we just went to Whataburger, and I tried a different burger. Bacon cheese. Oh my goodness. Delightful. I'm telling you, the people at Whataburger know what's up. So good. And then after that, we went to oh yes, so Sunday we had to check out and then check into a new hotel because the hotel that we were staying at only had 2 nights, and so we went to stay at another hotel for another night. And so we went back to the hotel and did some rearranging of things, and then we went where did we go? Oh, we went and found a pier. And we hung out at the pier for a little while waiting for a sunset picture because Ashley's mom had requested a sunset picture, but it was so bloody cloudy there that we could not get a good sunset picture. Like I'll put in here the picture that was the quote unquote closest to a sunset picture that we could get because of the stupid clouds. It was so annoying. Then after the pier, we went to the hotel, kind of freshened up a little bit, and then we went to dinner. And I wanted, my stipulation to going with Ashley was I wanted a seafood dinner. So we found, after calling about 6 different restaurants, we found one that was open called Live Bait. And we went there for dinner, and I got king crab, and with the king crab they usually serve it with the little red potatoes, and this one came with a little nubbin of corn. I ate the potatoes. I did not touch the corn, which is typical because I love potatoes, but you fill up on the crab, right? Crab is the main event. And Ashley just had a burger and watched me devour and laughed at me while I devoured this king crab. I'll put a picture here of what it looked like when it came out. Oh my gosh, it was so yummy, you guys. Oopsies, I dropped one. And fat kid heaven. Oh, I was so happy. And then after dinner, we went back to the hotel and decided to get some sleep because we were checking out in the morning and we were flying home. Which, by this point, I had had a really good time. I was ready to go home. Ashley and I learned a long time ago, because, you know, we've been friends since 7th grade, so 12 years old. We learned a long time ago that she and I should not really spend any length of time together because we tend to get feisty with each other. We tend to fight. So we both were reaching our limits, but thankfully as adults, we now know, like, we just kind of laugh at each other, but we're like, okay, we're done. Like, I'm done. I'm ready to go home, right? So we know that we're not hurting each other's feelings when we say that. But I was ready to go home. I missed Tim. I missed the dogs. And I missed my bed. And we both slept like poop that night. So that was like super annoying that we both slept like crap. Like, I woke up at 4:30 to go to the bathroom, and then I couldn't sleep. I was trolling on TikTok and Facebook, and I was just like, I can't sleep. It was driving me crazy. I started texting Tim around, I think it was like 7 o'clock, so it was 6 o'clock here. Apparently I woke him up, which I felt so bad about, but at the same time I'm like, entertain me, I can't. Like, I thought Ashley was sleeping, and anyway, so needless to say, we did not sleep very good. So anyway, we got up, we packed up everything, checked out of the hotel. That's when we went back to the wharf so that I could get my toe ring. And then after the wharf, we went, let's see, where did we go? I think we just headed back to Pensacola and dinked around until it was time to return the car at the airport. And so we wandered around. We found a park that was actually, we found out after we got out of the car, it was a veteran memorial park. So I'll put some pictures of that up. There were some ducks that you could feed. They got super close, even though we didn't have anything to feed them with, which surprised me, but it's fine. I like ducks. And then after the park, Sunday we also did the boardwalk. Or not the boardwalk. We just went for, there's a national park close by. So we went and did like a 2-mile walk. And then we went back to the hotel and decided what to do for dinner. That's what it was. Anyway. So Monday we packed up. Sunday we did breakfast at Southern Grind again. And it was delicious. I did a chicken fried steak. Or no, it wasn't chicken fried. It was country fried steak with scrambled eggs. And it was so yummy. And then after we went to the, what did I say we did after breakfast? Well, we went to the wharf. After the wharf, we drove back to Pensacola, farted around there for a little while, went to the memorial park, and then we went back to the airport for our flight. And then, so we were there for like 2 hours before our flight took off, just because we had run out of things like to do, and we had to return the car at 1:30, I think is what it was. Anyway, so we hung out in the airport, and then we flew out of the airport. We flew out of Pensacola to Dallas, Fort Worth airport, and we had a 5-hour layover because we flew out at 3:30 from Pensacola and landed. No, we flew out at 3 and landed at 4:30, and we were supposed to fly out at 9, but our thing got delayed. Our flight got delayed like 33 minutes. So we were supposed to land in Salt Lake at 10:55, and we did not land in Salt Lake until like 11:30. And Tim came and picked me up. Ashley's mom picked her up. Tim and I went home, had some time together, and then I promptly passed out because I was tired. Because I hadn't slept very good and all the things. And I had actually slept in the airport in Dallas while we had our layover, but it wasn't anything terribly restful because I was in a chair, I was slunched over, I had my AirPods in, so my ears were hurting, they'd go numb, my arms would go numb, and then I'd have to switch sides, and anyway, it was a whole thing. And then I slept most of the way in the airplane, but again, not the best sleeping conditions. I had one of those neck pillows, which did help, but I just wanted to be home and I just wanted my bed. But overall, it was a very fun trip, and I told Tim I wanted to go back with him. I think he and I would have a lot of fun. And he likes seafood. Ashley does not, and so I could probably get a lot more seafood if he went with me. I mean, I'm sure Ashley would have, dealt with it, but anyway. So then I got up for work this morning, and I was tired, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so that was nice. So yeah, that's the long and the short of it of my trip to Orange Beach. I highly recommend it. I think y'all should go check it out. It was beautiful. I had a lot of fun, and the ocean is beautiful, and it's just amazing to me to look out on it and see the nothingness in the horizon and know that there is something. Eventually, you'll run into something, right? But the fact that you can't see it is a little unnerving to me, but it was beautiful and breathtaking. But this is where I'm going to leave you guys. If you enjoyed this, click like, subscribe if you want to. I really appreciate it. I did not do a what am I smelling because I haven't switched the Scentsy. I was going to do another video on Saturday to recap this week. So that might not be a very long video because it'll just be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. But I'll do a what am I smelling then, because that's when I'll change the Scentsy. I try to change the Scentsys on Saturdays. So that is the long and the short of it. I will see you guys on the next one. Thoughts, comments, questions, general concerns, put them in the comments below, and I'll put in all the pictures. And if I forget something, well, I'll try to remember next time. As of right now, toodles. Bye, guys.